It's Week 18 of the National Football League, and we'll see Christian Kirk. He's been a production machine with a 1,200-yard season thus far. It's the Chargers and the Saints, and it's coming right up on Madden NFL 23.
It was once just an idea until breaking ground in November of 2016, and now here it is in all its glory. Spectacular SoFi Stadium here in metropolitan Los Angeles. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the New Orleans Saints and the Los Angeles Chargers. Hi, everybody. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, we take a look at this Charger club entering play here. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games. Meanwhile, for the visiting Saints, they've been cooking these last couple months. Winners of 7 of their last 8 games.
And if you extrapolate that out to a full season, they'd be 14-2. And anyone in the NFL today would sign up for that.
Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week, and we are underway in Southern California. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. Under center, it's the 2017 Heisman Trophy winner as you get a look at Baker Mayfield.
And he's a guy who plays with a lot of emotion. He's learned how to channel it really positively because when he throws the football downfield and makes a big play, he'll be the first guy downfield to celebrate with you. But also when his team needs that confidence.
On the first snap, here's Mayfield. And he completes this to Russell Gage. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 34-yard line.
On 2nd down, a run with Etienne. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Mayfield. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
He was covered by Jamin Davis.
Running out of the gun with Etienne. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Jamin Davis on the tackle. No gain on the play.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. Now the extra point. And it's good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Heading back out, the Chargers offense. We get a peek at the playoff picture in the AFC. And the division title, that's out of reach. We know that. This is as good a spot, Charles, as they're going to get. That first wild card and the number 5 overall seed.
Barton is not out of the question, especially with the 7 seeds that they have now in the playoffs. If you do win and the other wild card teams win in the first round, you could find yourself with a home game in the divisional round. Now, we know that's not likely, but it's not out of the question. Bottom line, you have to win to put yourself in that position.
Mayfield's throw into the hands of Kirk. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Third and short yardage. Mayfield. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. And he is going to have the Chargers first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
And already down 7-0 after the touchdown a minute ago, so a 3-and-out here would not be ideal for them. Nice job finding his receiver there, and they get the first down.
Mayfield on first down. And this one too low. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball.
It is not you.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football.
Intercepted by the Saints.
He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
So here are the Saints now with great starting field position. They'll be led out by the number 1 overall pick back in 2020 from LSU. It's Joe Burrow.
And he comes to the end of the season leading the NFL in passing yards. And that's not necessarily something you set out to do at the beginning of the year, but it's a good illustration of how remarkable and consistent he's been all season.
First down. Here's Burrow. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Peoples-Jones. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the Chargers' 13-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down. Burrow. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Williams. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal at the
Pollard.
line.
No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. Pollard again. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Tony Pollard with career touchdown number 60. And the Saints go up by 2 touchdowns. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you give the defensive touchdown early, give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, we've had that conversation with them prior to the game, they always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And we see James, he will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. And the Chargers coming out of the field now. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Got Gordon open, completes it. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and
Mayfield knocks this forward. It's a jet sweep. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32.
Trey Hendrickson on the tackle.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Throwing, Mayfield. And that will be incomplete. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Offense back out there, and we shine the spotlight on the Memphis man, Tony Pollard. Last week, a strong showing, up over 100, also 2 trips to the end zone.
It's the kind of week that if you said, listen, I'll let you have this type of a game each and every week, you'd sign up for it. You wouldn't try and get too greedy, but let's face it, good runners always want to be a little bit more greedy at the end, try and squeeze out every last yard. He's going to try to duplicate that and exceed it in this game. This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. On the move past the 40. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position. And that was special there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
Now Pollard. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Burrow. That's caught. Waddle on the left side. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? So roughing the passer penalty, never one that you like to see.
Not at all, and especially when you're in that final push of the season. You can't afford to get your quarterback hurt before the playoffs roll around, and we know they'll be here before you know it.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Now here's Pollard, and this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
You can almost feel him thinking as he's running the football, just one more block, anything to get me to the perimeter and around the corner. Couldn't quite get there, ends up getting spilled for a loss.
This Charger defense continuing to hold the line. Now it's a 3rd and goal situation. Trying to run forward with Pollard. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Out now is the field goal unit for New Orleans. This a chip shot, a 20-yarder. And this one is right through. And that'll make this 17-0 here in the opening quarter. So a great first quarter continues here as they add on to that lead.
And Brandon, I think it sets up what's going to be an important drive because it's now 17-0. So the other guys, they got to figure out something quick before this game gets away from them.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense.
Now Mayfield lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And he's into the end zone. A fumble return and a Saint touchdown. Well, Charles, not only did they fumble the football, but they're starting to fumble away their chances here a little bit. We've got a 3-score ball game now here in the first half.
And the last thing you want to do, partner, is help the other team with what are avoidable turnovers. You want to hang on to the football because you're already playing against a good team. You're just making it easier.
Point after here coming up. And the lead is now 24. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And we see James, he will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. And you can see they're in second place in the division, but they have clinched postseason football. That's the important thing. They currently have the best record among the wild card contenders, but they want to make sure they finish this season strong. And Mayfield again with the interception, his third. Tariq Woolen picks it. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Charles, it is pretty rare that we see a team build this kind of lead in the opening quarter. And, man, they seem to be clicking on all 3 phases right there. The defense doing its part with a pick 6.
And it's absolutely been the definition of a start that you would. That they just want to stay in this zone. What's truly incredible about this start is they can add on a couple more scores. This one could legitimately be over in the second quarter.
Extra point splits the uprights, and a rout is on here in this first half. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And we see James, he will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. They've got to be absolutely reeling right now. Couldn't have expected to be down this big, this early. But that's the spot they're in as they come up to try again here. Back to it after the pick 6. Mayfield. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2. At the
A shotgun snap and a give to Etienne. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line.
On 3rd and 1, here's Mayfield. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And he is going to have the Chargers first down, and comfortably so as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard. Mayfield off the play fake. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Tariq Woolen picks it. Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him. And I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills. And that's something that, for guys of his position, they've talked about it for years. They've done the drills. But they've really increased it in recent seasons because of the offense have gotten so good. He knows how to take the ball away. That is huge for a defender.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Burrow will throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Jameson Williams with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boy, CD, what a start for them. Still in the first quarter, they're absolutely blitzing them. All the points that they put up, I'm not sure what you say on the other sideline right now.
I think it's as simple as this, partner. The way that they're playing, there's no limits on what this lead could become.
Now for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. L.A. readies for its next possession. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it...
And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football.
Pass interference. Defense.
Are you serious, dog?
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Mayfield down. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
Out of bounds at the 31-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up
Etienne up the middle. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Mayfield looks to throw. And now here is another interception. Tariq Woolen picks it. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. Well, that is now his 5th interception thrown in this game. And Charles, you've got to tip your cap to this defense. I mean, they have been so impressive reading these passes, stepping in those lanes, and picking them off.
Yeah, sometimes the best offense is an excellent defense, and they've done exactly that. What do you think, partner? A season's worth of highlights in just 4 quarters? I think that's what we're seeing from this group.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play.
Now it's Burrow.
At the Chargers' 32-yard line.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And this one is right down Broadway. And that will extend their lead even further. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
They'll start on the ground. Etienne. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
On On second down, ETN once more. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
New Orleans adding some depth to the secondary. They've got 6 DBs out there now for third. Mayfield. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And I don't think he got there. No. He's short by maybe a foot. Maybe. Call it 4th and inches. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up 4th down. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Charger football to start quarter number 2. Here's Mitch Wishnowsky now on to punt. Rodgers to return it. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 95 catches for him now on the year, and it's a 1st down.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
And he's across the 45. It'll be 2nd down.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Burrow. That's to Waddle on the quick slant. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. On the draw, it's Pollard. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Burrow looking to pass. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 29-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. Now it's Burrow. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together.
And now hold everything here as the challenge flag is out. And we're going to get a review of that last play. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. Burrow on 3rd down. Got a man, it's Waddle complete. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down. They needed
how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
On 2nd and 10, Burrow. Flush to his right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. Throwing again, it's Burrow. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Straight ahead, Etienne. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th. Here's Mitch Wishnowsky now.
Wishnowsky in punt formation.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
They go back to Pollard on 2nd down. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
It's a gain of a yard.
On 3rd down, Burrow. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
Pollard going to try the right side. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Now Burrow. Got an open man, it's Washington. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he is going to have a Saints first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Now a give here to Pollard. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Open net is Waddle complete. Touchdown, Saints. Jalen Waddle, 29 yards. And the Saints are able to add on to their first half lead. Well, I'll say one thing, Charles. You're getting really good practice here in breaking down touchdowns. What did you see there?
Well, the same thing I've seen over and over and over in this first half. My scintillating analysis, Brandon, this offense is absolutely taking no prisoners.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half.
makes the score.
So that drive in total 8 plays.
And it was finished off by a Jalen Waddle touchdown.
The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away.
And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Travis Etienne, the ball carrier. He's tackled at the 29-yard line. A 1-yard gain brings up 3rd
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And able to find Kirk complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Chargers first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne.
And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and
On 2nd down, Etienne once more.
And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again.
down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Leads to
From the
3rd
gun,
and
Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away.
The Saints take over.
Joe Burrow and the rest of the offense heading back out there. He had a couple of touchdown passes in that game last week, and he's matched that with 2 in the first half here as his guys start 1st and 10. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And he'll get this to the 32.
Number 20,
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
32-yard line. A 3-yard pickup.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. The quick feet by Jackson. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football.
He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Here's a give to Etienne. And he is going to be stopped up at the line of scrimmage. And we'll have a stoppage as well as we have reached the 2-minute warning.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
At the Saints' 15-yard line.
Throwing. Mayfield. Open man is Kirk. Complete.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Here's Mayfield. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Cade York on now for the field goal.
From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Saints will have the football back.
I'm just going to go ahead and call it, partner. You could smell the desperation in that fake, couldn't you? Down big. They had to try something. No one was fooled.
I think you're exactly right. With this deficit, though, go ahead and give it a shot. Didn't work out. In the end, I guess it doesn't hurt him too much. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
Targeting Pitts on the out route, and he's got it complete.
And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down. Out of the gun, it's Burrow.
Going for Kyle Pitts again. He's got him again.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Working with 2nd and 5 now.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Got his man. It's Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Final play of the half for Burrow and company. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. It's all down to this. Week 18 of the NFL regular season. Lots to be decided, so let's get right to it. We'll start at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium, an NFC South matchup between Atlanta and Carolina. And that one finds the Falcons out in front. Josh Allen has a touchdown pass. From there, we head over to the West Coast. Check out the Niners at home at Levi Stadium. And they currently trail in that game against the visiting Patriots. Josh Jacobs, 2 touchdown runs on the afternoon. Lastly, let's get you to MetLife Stadium to see what's happening with the Giants at home in East Rutherford. And that one all even as they play the visiting Bucks. On now to a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Saints. And there were a few factors as to why they built this good size advantage, but the rushing numbers were not all that amazing. We'll see if they can pick it up in the second half. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break.
Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick.
Taking it about the 1. Here's Isaiah Rodgers to return. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. run with Pollard to begin the drive. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Burrow will throw. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 5 catches for him in that first half, and that's number 6 that we just saw, and also a first down.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good, soft in spots. And there's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the Chargers' 45.
From the 45 on 2nd down. Burrow. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Curtis Samuel, 45 yards. And the Saints are pouring it on. Boy, another score. This lead gets even bigger. And, Charles, we haven't even hit the 4th quarter yet.
Well, forget the deficit, right? They're really not going to cut into that a heck of a lot. But how can they get out of here with some dignity? Can they get a stop or two? Can they make a play on offense themselves? Anything to start to feel better about what's happened to them here in this one.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Chargers, nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. First down, Mayfield. Completes a Mooney on the slant. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Holding. Offense.
Hey, baby, this ain't good enough for us.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Running out of the gun with Etienne. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Mayfield has got his man. It's Andrews. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Mayfield to throw it. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, I mean, you get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this 3rd quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick 6 is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet, and they're kind of forced to take a few chances here, and that one, it backfired in a big way.
Extra point attempt to follow here. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Makes the score Saints.
So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded right at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
From just shy of midfield, Mayfield. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Darnell Mooney, incomplete.
Mayfield on 3rd and 2. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 37. To throw, Mayfield. And this is going to be pulled in by the tight end, Andrews. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
That's another Chargers.
A handoff for Etienne.
And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
The tackle made at the 12-yard line. A gain of 4.
On 2nd down, Etienne once more.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches.
Brings up 3rd down.
Mayfield now. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17.
Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
Coming off the line, he's been wreaking havoc all year. And look, that's why, as a result, he's getting some looks for Defensive Player of the Year in the NFL.
And I know that many people don't have him first on their list right now, but he deserves that type of consideration. You mentioned it. All year long, he's made big plays and continues to do so. Imagine if he has a big game here. If so, he could vault himself right into the #1 spot.
York able to send this one through.
And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it.
The Saints coming out now to take the field.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Burrow. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Looked like some hands both ways. They got it on the offense.
And sometimes there's a fine line between being the receiver and the DB, and he knocked that one away. Might have caused an incompletion that could have been an interception.
Burrow's throw into the hands of Pitts here.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
Let's just make this one simple. Could he be any more open than he was on that play?
And they lost him going to the outside.
Hard to believe because you go through your accounting on each and every defensive snap. Who's got who, what defense you're in. That was totally a blown coverage.
Throwing again on 2nd down.
Burrow. Right back to Pitts again.
Burrow's pass. Complete to Kyle Pitts. A 7-yard gain on the play.
3rd and 2. Now Burrow. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it.
The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Mayfield looks to throw.
And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. A handoff running left is Etienne.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
At the 36-yard line.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Now Mayfield. This one caught by his tight end, Andrews.
And they're going to get this up to midfield. They'll try the left side with Etienne.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On 2nd and 12, Mayfield.
They'll drop that underneath to Etienne. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And now here's another interception.
Tariq Woolen picks it.
Intercepted by the Saints.
Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
Now the Saints coming back out ready to go for this next drive. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 3.
From the 27,
Burrow hitting Samuel on the slant.
That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
They'll run left with Pollard
to about the 40-yard line. Now a 2nd down and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Now Burrow.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
He rifles one that's intercepted.
Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Chargers are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Well, with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception is really going to affect them much. But at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play, get themselves off the field, which they just did, and salvage a little bit of pride in this one.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. Following the interception, Mayfield. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mayfield. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Complete to Russell Gage. Brings up 3rd down.
3rd and short yardage. Mayfield. That's complete to Mooney. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
A 5-yard gain on the play.
A give running right, Etienne. And he'll get it inside the 35.
Etienne, the ball carrier. He's tackled at the 34-yard line. 2 yards on the
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mayfield. And my goodness, another interception. Buda Baker with a pick.
And the Saints are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw to the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd down, Williams. And he'll get this up to about the 40.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he is going to have a Saints first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
It'll be a handoff to Pollard. And he's across the 45. It'll be 2nd down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
On the tackle. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 46-yard line.
Here's Pollard again. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48. The Saints on 3rd down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This is 3rd and 4. Burrow looking to pass. Got his target, Samuel.
And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
This is a nice job of just taking what the defense is going to give you on 3rd down. You're not looking for a big play downfield. You just want to find something that can get you past the marker. They found it and were able to keep the drive moving.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Taken down at the 41. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd.
They go back to Pollard on 2nd down.
It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line.
Now it's Burrow. Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
I have to say they're feeling like they're in rhythm right now. Things are in sync, aren't they? Team's winning, got a nice little margin on the scoreboard, completing some passes, and they just completed another one for a first down there to the tight end.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run with Pollard. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
The tackle made at the 24-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
They go back to Pollard on second down.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The Chargers trot out their dime package, expecting a throw on third down.
Now it's Burrow. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And he is going to have a Saints first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on third down and 5.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
From the red zone now, here's Burrow first down. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the Chargers.
Looking to throw again on second down.
Burrow.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And the Saints are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
To the air again, Burrow. Touchdown!
Jalen Waddle.
His second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Saints are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away.
And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. L.A. set to take over again on offense. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. Mayfield to throw it, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Mayfield. Screenplay, here's Etienne.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a 1st down.
On is the Chargers punter now as he's on to kick it away. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Rodgers on the return.
A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards.
And out will come the offense as they take over.
The New Orleans offense set to take over.
We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I both enjoy. We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about it.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, He's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. The tackle made by the linebacker, Joe Schobert.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line. It's a gain of
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Going to run again here with Pollard. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Tony Pollard, the ball carrier. The tackle made at the 44-yard line.
Here's Burrow. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. And he is going to have a Saints first down as he'll be marked down a yard or two past the marker following a gain of 6.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Run for Pollard. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. It's a gain of 9.
The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Here's Pollard. And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. 127 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Saints football as 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Now a give here to Pollard. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
He was brought down at the 4-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Trying to run for it with Pollard. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago. And you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for New Orleans, it's one more win to finish the season as they wrap up with a sterling 15-2 record. And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, the loss could be an impactful one as they'll finish at 11-6 on the year. And it's going to be wait-and-see time as they figure out their status for the upcoming playoffs.